I'm Paul Edwards. I'm an independently published horror author, and first and foremost, a monster kid. Today is Friday the 13th, so I thought I'd share with you the story of when I met Jason from Friday the 13th. The year was 1991. I was at a science fiction and horror convention held in upstate New York. Kane Hodder, the actor who has played Jason Voorhees the most times, was giving a presentation at this convention. And so Kane Hodder gave a presentation where he showed clips from the Friday the 13th movies that he had done to date, which was part 7 and part 8. And he showed us the scenes and gave us anecdotes from behind the scenes and made funny remarks about what was happening on screen. And he was very entertaining. He put on a good presentation. And then he signed autographs. Well, the fans were real eager to get to Kane Hodder. Wouldn't you know, I was last in line to get his autograph. So I had to wait and wait. And, you know, he's just signing to so-and-so, Kane Hodder, as people are going up. But when I finally got to him, there was no one in line behind me. So he had a little more time. So I said, could you please sign this to Paul? Good luck with the book. I was an aspiring writer at the time. I hadn't yet been published, but I was very adamant that I wanted to write horror fiction. So Kane Hodder sort of looks up and he says, to Paul, good luck with the book. I'm like, yes, please. He's like, okay. So he writes out, to Paul, good luck with the book. And then he starts signing his name and he sort of peers behind me and makes sure there's no one there. He's like, you're the last in line, so I'm going to give you a little extra. So this is what he wrote. And yes, I did frame his autograph. To Paul, good luck with the book. Kane Hodder, Jason, Friday the 13th. He was super nice. He went out of his way to write this for a fan. He made a very positive impression on me. He was a great guy. Now, I should point something out. This is not a celebrity endorsement in any way, okay? I'm not presenting it as one. I hadn't been published yet. And as far as I know, Kane Hodder has never read any of my books. It's not a celebrity endorsement. It's just something that Kane Hodder was kind enough to write to me just as a fan who was meeting him at a convention. But as you can tell by the fact that I framed it, I treasure his autograph and I always have it around here. If you have seen my channel before, you've probably heard me tell this story about meeting Kane Hodder. If you have no idea who I am and this video has just come up in your feed because you search for Friday the 13th or something like that, just quickly, I'm a self-published horror author. I have a book series called Mourner's Woods that's out on Amazon.com. And there's different monsters in different books. They can be read in any order. They're all freestanding stories. And if you're specifically interested in Friday the 13th and slasher entertainment, the book in my series that probably would appeal to you the most is Mourner's Chasm. Mourner's Chasm is the story of a young man who is brought into this isolated forest, Mourner's Woods, and is betrayed and murdered by his 4 best friends. And they are now leaving the forest, each in separate directions, to kill the main character's brother. And so the main character rises from the dead and has to hunt down one by one the 4 bad guys who are trying to escape this forest and kill his brother. So it's a setup where it's okay to root for the slasher. And I think that you will be entertained by what I've got in there. There's a few slasher movie tropes that I play with in it. But, you know, definitely, I think, doing justice to the genre. So, hey, thanks a lot for letting me share this story of how I met Kane Hodder. He was a great guy. And enjoy your Friday the 13th.